The Iran war is also creating a growing crisis in the airline industry. Kris Van Cleave is here in studio today with more on that. Kris, good morning and welcome.
Well, good morning. Good to be here. Since the war began, the cost of jet fuel has roughly doubled, and now we could be reaching a crisis point. The head of the International Energy Agency says Europe has maybe 6 weeks or so before fuel shortages could hit European airports. Airlines around the world are canceling flights, increasing fares, and adding fees, including surcharges for fuel.
Summer travel overseas could be in for some serious turbulence.
Some of the flights from city A to city B might be cancelled as a result of lack of jet fuel.
The International Energy Agency warned Europe could be about 6 weeks from a major shortage of jet fuel if disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz continue.
What is happening now is the largest energy crisis we have ever faced in the history.
The Strait is a key corridor for global oil shipments. Exports from the Gulf region are the largest source of jet fuel to the global market. But with shipping traffic at a standstill, jet fuel prices have nearly doubled. Airlines worldwide are feeling the impact, and it's leading to tight supplies in Asia, Europe, and Africa. Germany's Lufthansa is shutting down a regional airline this week, parking more than 24 planes now and more in the fall. Dutch airline KLM said it's cutting about 160 flights next month.
I don't recall ever seeing anything like this on such a large scale. It's alarming.
Airline industry analyst Henry Hartevelt says while the U.S. produces most of its jet fuel, travelers planning to go to Europe could face potential disruptions.
There may be some routes where the airline says, you know what, it's just too risky to send a plane over to Europe. If there's not enough jet fuel at your originating airport, your flight may have to make an intermediate stop to get more fuel along the way. That means a longer trip home.
The surging price of fuel prompted JetBlue's founder, who now runs rival Breeze, to warn JetBlue could be faced with bankruptcy. Comments coming after public reports say budget airline Spirit could be forced to shut down and liquidate in the coming days.
Now, JetBlue has not responded to our request for comment. Spirit declined to comment on the reports of a potential imminent liquidation. Both airlines continue to operate normally. Current thinking is European countries are likely to prioritize longer haul flights for fuel, but the situation could absolutely mean fewer flights abroad, and that usually means higher costs for flyers.
The trickle-down effect continues.
I've been trying to book my flights in advance for the rest of the year. But one of the things that I know, and Kris, you can reinforce this, is that even if things were to end tomorrow, it takes a long time for those prices to come back to earth.
It will take weeks, if not months, for the fuel supply to stabilize after things open up. The good news, at least domestically, the U.S. jet fuel supply is not an issue to date. We make a lot of our own jet fuel in the United States. It's what does the supply look like in Asia and Europe, and how does that trickle down to impact flights people may be taking overseas? I think, Vlad, what you can do, what I'm doing, I'm going ahead and booking if I see a fare I like, understanding that if the price goes down, you can call the airline, you can get a credit. So, you know, you do have some options. But if you see a fare you like, you should probably
grab it.
now.
Yeah, that's great advice. All right, Kris, thank you so much.